Hi, everyone. Welcome to Curated by Becta's Meal Kit number 155 for June 29th and 30th. And for those people who are smart and thought ahead for July 1st. I hope you're celebrating with us this Canada Week. And we're super excited to share some wonderful, decadent, a little bit barbecue-y deliciousness with you. So I've gone ahead. This is going to be a short video. I've got the oven is going to do most of the work tonight. So preheat your oven to 450 degrees. You want to toss your broccoli and olive oil, salt, and pepper. Put it in the oven for 15 minutes in total, but after 10 minutes, which is about now, maybe I've gone a little bit over, we're just going to take it out and give it a little stir. Turn them over so that nothing gets too cooked on one side and not cooked on another side. The hot chicken, Nashville hot chicken, this is Chef Rich Wilson's passion. He studied all through the southern US to figure out how to best make Nashville hot chicken. And we've got it. And so it's in the oven. I've got extra tonight because this is our son's favorite meal of all time. And so we're going to basically be plating for three. So in the oven, you can do two people in a regular cast iron pan, sort of a 12-inch pan. But if you've got more than that, you can bake it on a baking sheet, and then you're just going to warm it up in a pan, the spice. So this is a special blend of spice and fat, and it's been whipped up, and you're going to basically melt it in a frying pan. So if you have a baking sheet that the chicken's on in the oven, take it out, warm up a pan, and then baste it in it until it's coated, and then let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes on a baking sheet. I do a baking sheet with a cookie sheet on top so it can just get some air underneath it. Also in the oven are a couple other things. Oven for all three courses tonight. This is a first, I think. So we've got our lovely smoked pork shoulder spring rolls or veggie spring rolls, and then also our dessert, the strawberry and rhubarb cobbler. So the oven's getting a lot of work tonight. The only thing you really need to worry about from this perspective is your warm potato salad. Hey, Google, off. So I've preheated the pan. Want to make sure that we get all the little goodies in there. So the timer's gone off, which means that my chicken is basically done. It's about a minute away. I wanted to give it a little bit of time there. The broccoli will be ready. The spring rolls will be ready a couple minutes later, and the dessert's ready right after that. So very short video. So as soon as the potatoes, I've added a little bit of olive oil in there, and don't forget the salt and pepper. And don't forget that we need to rest the chicken for a couple minutes. So while that's warming up, I can take the chicken out. So again, I got two pans. I've got some trivets here on my induction stove so it doesn't start beeping at me. And what you want to do is take the chicken spice with the fat and melt it in there. I've got a little bit extra because, again, I'm cooking basically 3 meals of the chicken. Usually my wife and I and son split this, split 2 people, but tonight our son, who just graduated from the Nepean High School, wanted some extra fried chicken. So the pan should be hot. So, but again, if you put yours on a baking sheet, then just make sure that you preheat the pan because it needs to melt. So while that's melting away, I'm going to saute the potato salad, turn the heat down a little bit, and we're going to pour the buttermilk dressing in there. And give that a nice little stir. And I'm just going to turn that down to low while it's warming up, while I baste my chicken. Okay, now that the spice and fat mixture has melted, you're basically just going to baste it on here You don't have to baste it very long. You just want to spice it up and get that nice crispiness going on. Sorry, I haven't been looking at the camera very much because most of the stuff is oven work tonight. This is looking good. Okay. So it's 2 big pieces per person. And again, I am doing for 3. Don't need that. But because I have some extra juice in here, I might as well just pour that right on top. I got 2 cast iron pans. Very few people do, but I love the cast iron pan, so why not? So just tilt the skillet down, and that will help pool the fat mixture and the spice. I hope some of you guys have ordered for the 30th in order to reheat this on Canada, because it is just perfect for it. Okay, so the hot chicken is now there and done. I'm going to double check and make sure we don't need to season this. Coach seasons, set aside and rest for 2 to 3 minutes. So I think it's got salt in there, but if not, I'm going to add a little note to the finishing instructions email. Okay, our warm potato salad, looking great. Make sure all the potatoes are well coated. I can pretty much turn off the heat at that point. And I think we are ready to plate the broccoli up. So, potato salad first, and next the broccoli. But I haven't even told you, by the way, about the lovely wines. So we've got a beautiful Albarino from the Rías Baixas region of Spain. And you know what I'm going to do? Usually I don't do this. I'm going to call a little audible, because there's a lot of potato salad, and I'm going to plate up a 3rd plate so that our son we don't have to re-share. This is the first time in 200 meal kits that I'm doing this. So excuse me while I grab a 3rd plate. Because he'll enjoy the buttermilk dressing and the warm potato salad. And there's a lot of potato salad here. We're probably going to send you guys a little bit less. This is like for 4 people here. But who doesn't love warm potato salad? Get all that good stuff in there. Okay, broccoli next. Where's my little, there we go. Already making a mess. Again, we'll probably send you a little less broccoli. Maybe they knew that my son wanted a jumbo portion tonight. And the red wine tonight that's going with the hot chicken is a Canada Day one. I needed to have a little Canadian wine. So we've got a beautiful Pinot Noir from Cave Spring Cellars in Niagara. This is their Dolomite Pinot Noir, which is their special restaurant-only wine. And it's delicious. Very soft tannins, a little bit higher acidity, lower in alcohol, and just great with this stuff. Okay, so hot chicken, ready to go. So each one, we don't need to share tonight. My wife gets a full one. That is a full breast. It's a half chicken basically per person. And it's buttermilk brined. This is like a 3-day process. And it's going to be great. And then we've got the gherkins. And just try to place it over top. If you've got a little bit of extra chimichurri mayo with from the spring rolls, you can use that as a bit of a dip, but really it doesn't need it. Okay, I've done a few too many gherkins on this one. That'll probably be my Instagram shot. Move that around. That is a great looking hot chicken. Okay, appetizer. Ready to go. And the dessert will be ready to go as well. I turned the oven off because I knew I'm trying to create 3 courses at once. I really encourage you to do it one at a time and enjoy this. There are my tongs. My wife will have to divide up the spring rolls after the fact for my son and her. As she does. And then we've got our lovely coleslaw here. I probably should have done the coleslaw first. And this is what the Albarino has been coming along with. Make a little space. And now the chimichurri mayo. Do a little chef swoosh, drag your spoon through there. And we've got some extra. We're going to send you guys with a little less. That's a lot of mayo for 4 spring rolls. There we go. Deliciousness. And then finally for dessert. So I got a portion for 1 because we usually split 1 dessert amongst 2 of us. It's an interesting one because it's a baked dessert. So I think what I'm going to do, I need a spatula for it, is I'm going to cut it in half for the cobbler and plate it on top of one another. I hope this works out. Because for 2, it would just be a more full version of this. So I'm going to do half underneath. Make sure you take the top off your container. Mine's a little messy. But that's why we have the garnish. You can hide all of the messiness. It's a little sticky. But it looks awesome. So we've got the Gruyere and thyme crumble. Sprinkle that around. And our creme anglaise. How beautiful is that? There you go. I hope you love your meal this week. Thanks for ordering. Your support means the world to us. And I hope we get to cook and curate for you again really soon.